This is a very good question. Everyone sees what is the property of the definite integration. Here is simple property minus a to a is written. I think first time we use this property. Okay. So here we see that our property is minus a to a form. Dx is written. This property is written. Okay, and the property is written, this is 0 and also this is 2 times 0 to a fx dx. And when this is 0, when fx is equal to odd function and when fx is equal to even. So this becomes 0 when fx is odd function and this becomes 2 times 0 to a fx when fx is even function. Okay, the quality of the question is minus a to a fx is equal to 0 when fx is odd function. Now let us see first what is the quality of the function. Here fx is equal to sine square x. For checking function is even or odd, we put minus x in place of x and let us see what happens. If we put minus x in place of x, we get sine square minus x. And every student knows that sine minus theta is minus of sine theta. But here is square, so square is always positive. So here we write this is sine square x. It means nothing is changed in the function. This is same fx. When f minus x is fx, then we see that fx is even function. Fx is equal to even function. When a function is even, when f minus x is fx, and when a function is odd, when f minus x is minus fx. So it is clearly that our function is a even function. So in even function we write the function 2 times 0 to pi by 2 sine square x dx. Okay, now we move to in this direction. Otherwise you can also use the formula, no problem. So here we apply the property 4. So by property 4 we write 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f a minus x dx. This is your property 4. So I will be I is equal to 2 times 0 to pi by 2 sine square pi by 2 minus x dx. And student, sine square pi by 2 minus x dx become cos square x dx. This is your second and this is your first equation. Now after applying property, I was tell you we add both the equations. So let's add these two equations. Adding first and second, we get 2y is equal to, here we see that the 2 is common. So we take common 0 to pi by 2 sine square x plus cos square x dx. And this is the very important formula, sine square x plus cos square x is always 1. So 2 cancel out, I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 1 dx. And the integration of 1 is x, so this is 0 to pi by 2. Now put the limit, we get pi by 2 because 0 becomes 0. So this is your final answer. So student, note down, very good question based on the property 5 and 4 both. This is your property 5 and this is your property 4. So note down student. Now student, we move to question number 12, 0 to a form. Okay, let's solve this question. So I is equal to 0 to pi x dx upon 1 plus sin x. Now here we apply the property 0 to a. Now we write the formula. What is the property here? First we write. So property here is 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f a minus x dx. We use different color. First let us check this is so you or not. Wow. This is your property 4. So we use this property here. So this is equation first. Now use the property I is equal to 0 to pi. In place of x we write pi minus x dx and 1 plus sine of pi minus x dx. So I is equal to 0 to pi minus x dx and sine 180 minus theta is sine theta. There is no change in sine and also sine is not changes in second quadrant. So this is sine x. Now according to our process we add both these two equations. So in 99% cases after applying property 4 we add both the equation. Okay. So add these two equations, adding 1 and 2 we get I and I become 2I. And 0 to pi by 2, sorry, pi is your integration, and if we add x plus pi minus x dx, and here is 1 plus sin x, and this become cancelled. Okay, so 2I is equal to pi times 0 to pi dx upon 1 plus sin x. Okay, now this is another question become how to integrate 1 plus sin x. Okay, so it's very good method for this question is 1 plus sin x, 1 minus sin x, 1 plus cos x, 1 minus cos x. There are many types of question like sec x plus tan x. All the process are same. Listen again. If in numerator nothing is present, only constant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is written, and denominator 1 plus sin x, 1 minus sin x, 1 plus cos x, 1 minus cos x is present, then always rationalize the function. So here we rationalize the function, we multiply 1 minus sin x upon 1 minus sin x. This is your process. Okay, always rationalize the function. So 2I is equal to pi. Here we get 1 minus sin x upon a square minus b square means 1 minus sin square. And 1 minus sin square become cos square x. So this is pi 0 to pi 1 minus sin x upon cos square x. Now we separate our integral in two parts. So we get pi, here we get 1 upon cos square x dx. This is 0 to pi, and the minus pi, this is 0 to pi sin x upon cos square x dx. Okay, and 1 upon cos square x become secant square x. This is secant square x dx plus minus pi, and now look this sin x upon cos x tan x, and 1 cos x is left, so become secant x. So this is pi 0 to pi tan x dot secant x dx. Okay. Now 2I is equal to secant square x become tan x this is 0 to pi minus pi times this is sec x 0 to pi. tan pi is 0, tan 0 is 0, so whole expression becomes 0 minus pi. This is sec pi minus sec 0. So student, now after putting the value of sec pi and sec 0, we get our final answer. So 2i is equal to 0 minus pi, sec pi is minus 1 and this is also 1. So become 2i is equal to this is 2 pi and cancel out, so I is equal to pi. This is your final answer. So student, note down the very good question. The property minus a to a. Okay, so again I will tell you what is the property of minus a to a. So minus to a property is minus a to a fx dx is equal to 0 if fx is equal to odd function. Okay, and is equal to 2 times 0 to a fx if fx is equal to even function. Now before you start the question, it's your duty first you check whether the function is even or odd function. Okay, and many students directly learn that the sin x is even function, but I will show you where the function is given fx is equal to sin x. Now in previous question we tell you how we'll check this even or odd criteria. So here we put minus x in place of x. So everyone knows sin minus x is minus sin x. If we put negative sign and we get negative result, it means if we get minus fx, then function is odd. So our function is odd, it means fx is equal to sin to power 7x is odd function. So by this property, the value of integration becomes 0. It means I is equal to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sin to power 7x dx is equal to 0. The question is totally dead. The question is totally dead after using this property. So look student, what is important of the property? Before we are going lot of solution, lot of calculation, and we change sine into cos to power 6x, then we change cos square sin square x 1 minus sin square, then use substitution and doing lot of method. By using a simple small property, totally question is dead. Okay, so note this question. And we move question number 14. Let's kill this question by using the property. Okay, so first we check which property this is written, and here we see that the property is 0 to 2a property. Here property is written 0 to 2a, and this is also equal to 0 when f2a minus x is equal to minus of fx, and is equal to 2 times 0 to a fx dx when f2a minus x is equal to fx. Now let us first check which properties hold here. So first we write the function fx is equal to cos to power 5x. Now we apply 2 pi minus x. is equal to cos to power 5 2 pi minus x, and cos 360 minus theta in fourth quadrant, cos is always positive, so this is cos 5x, and this is equal to fx. So here we use this property, so we write I is equal to 2 times 0 to pi cos 5x dx. Again this is become in the form of 0 to 2a property. This is double of pi by 2. So this is again 0 to pi by 2 property. Now again check. Now here fx is equal to cos x. So f pi minus x is equal to cos pi minus x. In second quadrant cos is negative. So this is minus of cos x. It means minus fx. Wow, very good. Very good. This portion is save us due to this property, and this become minus of fx. So whole integral becomes 0. So whole integral becomes 0 by the property. So note down student, the question is totally dead after using the property. Now student, again this is in the form of 0 to 2a form. So let us check here. fx is equal to cos x. So f pi minus x is equal to cos pi minus x. And in second quadrant our cos is always negative. So this is your minus cos x, and this is minus of x. Wow, our work is very easy. Now this property, now if 0 to 2a fx dx is equal to 0 if f 2a minus x is equal to minus fx, and this property is hold here, so our whole integral I becomes 0. This is what happened? Looking very hard question, but by the using of property the question is totally dead. Okay student, note down, this is the beauty of NCERT, and that from this question we learn many things. Here we use two types of the property. First time we use the property here, then that time the function is not become 0, and again we use the property here, then the function becomes 0. Okay, good student, note down. Now student, we move to question number 19 of exercise 7.11. The question number 19 is, so that integral 0 to a fx gx dx is equal to 2 times integral 0 to a fx dx. Two conditions are given. F and g are defined as fx is equal to fa minus x, and gx plus g times a minus x is equal to 4. Under this condition we going to prove this integral. Okay, now let's write the question. So here we given that 0 to a fx gx, this is our given integral. Okay, now here we clearly see that the property of 0 to a is applied here. So what is our property? The property is 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f a minus x dx. We use this property. Okay, this is property 4, very important property, also known as King's property. Okay, many times I will tell you this property is very useful, and 99% question in definite integral we use this property. Okay, so we apply this property here. This is equation first. Now we apply property I is equal to 0 to a f a minus x g a minus x dx. Now student, the value of a minus x is equal to fx. Since it is given that fx is equal to f a minus x, so in place of a minus x we write fx. So our integral is 0 to a fx g a minus x dx. This is your second equation. Now we add equation first and second. So adding first and second, we get I become 2I integral 0 to a. Here we see that the fx is common. So we take fx common. In bracket we have gx plus g a minus x dx. And here it is given that gx plus g a minus x is equal to 4. So we put this value here. So our integral become I is equal to 0 to a fx into 4 dx. This is cancelled out. So I is equal to 2 times 0 to a fx dx. This is our required proof. This is our required proof. So student, note this. This is a very good question. Exercise 7.11 of definite integration. And today we are going to tell you about some important question of the definite integration, which is very important for your board examination, and all of you practice this question. Let us start with our first question of definite integration. So this is the first question. Question is, prove that integration 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx is equal to minus pi by 2 log 2. This is very important question. At least 10, 13, 14 times asked in your board examination. Approximate every second, third, fourth year this question asked in your board examination. And many, at least 3-4 property are used in this question. That's why the question is very important. So let's start this question. Let I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. This is your integral. And it is clearly see that in the form of 0 to a. If any integral in the form of 0 to a, so what we use here? We use the property 0 to a property. It means King's property. So we use King's property 0 to a fx dx is equal to 0 to a f a minus x dx. This is your King's property. First we use this property in this integration. So our integral become I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sin pi by 2 minus x dx. In place of x we write a minus x. Here a is equal to pi by 2, so we have pi by 2 minus x dx. And everyone knows that what is the value of sin 90 minus theta? Sin 90 minus theta is cos theta. Okay. So here we change I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log cos x dx. This is your second equation. So like previous equation, we add equation first and second. Adding first and second, we get I become 2I. Here integration 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x plus log of cos x. Now here we use property of log. What is the property of log? Property of log is log m plus log n is equal to log of mn. So we use this property here. So our integral become 2I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sin x cos x dx. Now student, we see that here is sin x cos x. Anything missing here? If 2 is present here, so this become a formula of sin 2x. Because we know that sin 2x is equal to 2 sin x cos x. So for 2 here we multiply and divide by 2. We multiply and divide by 2. So our integral become 2y is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log sin 2x upon 2 dx. Now again we apply the formula of log here. This is in the form of log m upon n, and this is equal to the log m minus log of n. Okay, so we use this formula here. So 2y is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log m is log sin 2x dx minus log m is 0 to pi by 2 log 2 dx. Okay, now here we do this integral is solved taking log out from integral. 1 is left and integration of 1 is x. So in this portion there is no problem. So problem is here. Here is in place of x 2x is present. So we do a substitution. Okay, let's substitute. Let 2x is equal to t. It means dx is equal to dt by 2. And change the limit when x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. When x is equal to pi by 2, t is equal to pi. So 2y is equal to 0 to pi log sin t dt minus log 2 taken out. This is 0 to pi by 2 1 dx. Okay. Now we see that this integral and this integral is same, but limit is change and function is also change. So change of function has no problem according to property. First, if limit is same, then there is no effect of the function, whether it is in the form of theta x and t in anything. Okay. So here we use the property 0 to 2a property. Okay, 0 to 2a property. And 0 to 2a property is 2 times 0 to a fx dx when f 2a minus x is equal to fx. Okay, because here we put pi minus t and sin 180 minus theta is sin theta, so this property is used here. Okay, now let's see here. Here fx is equal to ft is equal to log sin t. We put pi minus t, then this become log sin pi minus t. This is in second quadrant, so we write log sin t and this is your ft. Okay. So we write this in the form of this, so this become 2I is equal to 2 times 0 to pi by 2 log sin t sorry, this by 2 is left here, so dt by 2 is left here, so you apply dt by 2 dt by 2 minus log 2 and this is x 0 to pi by 2. Okay. So this 2 is cancelled out. So 2I is equal to 0 to pi by 2 log of sin t dt. Apply the limit. So this become pi by 2 log of 2. And here we apply the property first. If a to b fx dx is equal to a to b ft dt. So this is same. So here we write this. So 2I is equal to, by this property here we write 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx minus pi by 2 log. And this become I. So 2I is equal to I minus pi by 2 log 2. And 2I minus I become I minus pi by 2 log 2. Or we can write this by the property of log. If this is reverse, then this becomes positive. So this is also pi by 2 log of 1 by 2. Okay. So note this question. This is a very good and very important question. We already see that how many properties are used there. Okay, so note this question. Properties of definite integration. So I will tell you in modulus function. First we check where the modulus function is break. Okay, here is a cubic equation is given. So first we find where modulus function is break. For this we equate this function equal to 0. So let's do this. So x cube minus x is equal to 0. It means x common, x square minus 1 is equal to 0. X minus 1, x plus 1 is equal to 0. So turning point is 0, 1 and minus 1. Okay. So if we draw the wavy curve, here we have minus 1, here we have 0, here we have 1. So plus minus. So we see that our function is break at minus 1, 0 and 1. Between minus 1 to 0 function is positive, between 0 to 1 function is negative, and 1 to 2, last limit is 2. 1 to 2 function is positive. So let's write this. So minus 1 to 0, our function is positive, so we write x cube minus x dx. Okay, student. Plus 0 to 1, our function is negative, x cube minus x dx. Plus 1 to 2, our function is again positive. This is the method how we break the limit. Okay. Now we integrate this. So I is equal to, after integrating this, minus 1 to 0, x 4 upon 4 plus, minus x square by 2 dx. Now here this is negative 0 to 1, x 4 upon 4 minus x square by 2 dx. Again this is positive plus 1 to 2 x 4 upon 4 minus x square by 2 dx. Now student, we apply limit. First we apply limit 0, this is also 0. When minus 1, this is minus 1 by 4, and minus minus become positive, this is 1 by 2. Okay. Now here we apply limit. If we apply 1, this is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2, 0 is 0. Now here 2 to the power 4, it means 16 by 4 minus 4 by 2 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. So we solve this taking LCM. This is minus 1 plus 2. Here also we take LCM. 4 is LCM, 1 minus 2 plus this is 4. This is 2 and 4 minus 2 is 2 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2. Student, we add this is 1 by 4 minus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 and plus 2, taking LCM we get this is also 1 by 4. So here we get 3 by 4 plus 2. 4 to the 8 and 3 11 by 4. 11 by 4 is your final answer. So student, note this question. Student, here we write another important question for you. Then we discuss the question. I is equal to 0 to pi x dx a square cos square x plus b square sin square x dx. Clearly see that the property is 0 to a property. This is clearly a 0 to a property. 0 to a f x dx is equal to 0 to a f a minus x dx. This is also known as King's property. This is also known as King's property. I already tell you 99% questions solved by using this property. So we use this King's property here. We write I is equal to 0 to pi minus x dx upon a square cos square pi minus x plus b square sin pi minus x. Cos 180 minus theta is minus cos theta, but square is present, so minus cos theta whole square is cos square theta, and in second quadrant sign is positive, so here is no problem. So there is no change in sign. Okay, because square is present, so we write this is 0 to pi minus x dx upon a square cos square x minus cos x whole square is cos square x plus b square sin square x. This is your second equation and this is your first equation. Now adding equation first and second. So we add first and second. Adding first and second, we get 2i is equal to 0 to pi. This is x plus pi minus x dx upon a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. This is cancelled out. So this is 0 to pi dx upon a square cos square x plus b square sin square x. Now the question is like a continued question. integration by continuous method. What we do this type of question, we divide numerator and denominator by cos square x, then we solve the question. So we dividing numerator and denominator by cos square x. This is a rule. If integration in the present a cos square x plus b sin square x, always divide numerator and denominator by cos square x. So here we get I is equal to pi is common, so 0 to pi. This is 1 upon cos square x dx, and after dividing by cos square x, this become a square and this become b square. Sin square upon cos square x, sin square upon cos square x is tan square. So this is pi 0 to pi sec square x dx upon a square, and this can be written as b sin x whole square. Sorry, b tan x whole square. Now we consider tan x is equal to t, so derivative of tan x is sec square x, but tan 0 is 0 and tan pi is also 0. So limit 0 by 0 limit. This is impossible. So what we do here, for this we use another property. The property is 0 to 2a fx dx is equal to 2 times 0 to a fx dx. Now student, we apply the property here. So this becomes 2y is equal to 2 pi 0 to pi by 2 sec square x dx upon a square plus b tan x. These two cancel out. Now let us consider, let b tan x is equal to t. Now let b tan x is equal to t, then b sec square x dx is equal to dt. We also change the limit when x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0, x is equal to pi by 2, t is equal to infinite, because tan pi by 2 is infinite. So our integral become I is equal to 0 to infinite sec square x a square plus t square, this is dt upon b sec square x dx. This is cancel out. Taking here something is left, pi is left, so this is here pi. Taking b common, so this pi upon b in integral 0 to infinity dt upon a square plus t square, and this is equal to pi upon b 1 upon a tan inverse t by a. Here we use the formula dx upon a square plus x square is equal to 1 upon a tan inverse x upon a plus c. Okay, so now this become pi upon b 1 upon a tan inverse infinite minus 1 upon a tan inverse b. We put upper limit, then apply minus sign and put the lower. This becomes 0. Tan inverse 0 is 0 and tan inverse infinite is pi by 2. So this is pi upon b 1 upon a pi by 2 minus 0. After solving this, we get pi square upon 2ab. This is your final answer. So student, note this question and practice this question. because these questions are very important for your board examination. So